Hello everyone, myself Umar Mulani, working as assistant professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Hyderabad, Ichalkaranji. As I am handling blockchain subject for the final year students in Computer Science and Engineering Department of D. Batu, Loneri. Today we are discussing some of the concepts which are used in the blockchain. So let's see which are the concepts are used in the blockchain. So in that uh, we are going to discussing about hashcash, proof of work. So what is hashcash? Is used in the proof of work. So hashcash is one kind of textual encoding which will be used as as a header while you are sending an email. So this is an textual encoding of hashcash stamp is added to the header of an email. So generally when sender is sending an email, it will consist an header which will be represent as a hashcash stamp, and generally this hashcash stamp is a textual encoding which is represented while sending an email. Through that, sender has expended a modest amount of CPU time calculating the stamp prior to sending the email. Generally, when sender is using the hashcash stamp, it will require some of the CPU time which will be used prior sending email to the receiver. In other words, as the sender has taken a certain amount of time to generate the stamp and send email, it is unlucky that they are a spammer. Means what? Generally, when you are discussing about a hashcash proof of work, it is one kind of encoding, textual encoding, which will be added to the header of email, and while generating such kind of hashcash stamp, it will require some kind of some amount of time, and which will be considered that is an spammer while uh, while it is going to be sent to the sender. The receiver can, at negligible computational cost, verify that the stamp is valid. While at the receiver side, it will take some very few time to compute whether the stamp is valid or not, and which will be within a few second or within a few fraction second it will be understand or it will be verified that the stamp is valid or invalid. Find a header with necessary properties is brute force, and generally if I'm going to be represent about hash hashcash stamp which will be represent the properties of brute force and which will be represent in the header of email. So we'll see now how it is going to be represented the hashcash in the proof of work, how the header will be represented in email. The hashcash is included in the email header, look like this. So which will have x hashcash colon 1 colon 20 colon 190303 colon umar dot mulani at sitcoe.org.in space mcmyb zi hxkxu 57jd colon CKVI. So this is what generally the header, or we can say the email header, which is represented with hashcash stamp. And what this hashcash stamp or the header is indicating, the first thing, which is X hashcash, which will be nothing but and X hashcash, which is nothing but an version, and then it is followed by number of zero bits in the hashed code. That means how many 0 bits which are represent in the hash code, which is represent as 1 colon 20. So 20 0 bits which will be represent in the hash code. Next it is followed with the dates. This is the date is nothing but we are having year, then month and the date, which will be represented. Then we are having a resource which will be represent as we as sending the mail. So here umar.mulani at sitcv.org.in, this is what the resource. Then what we're having a optional extension, then string of random characters. This is what mc my bc yb and so on, which is nothing but an string. So it here mention string of random characters, and the at the last it will be as counters, that is CKVI. This is nothing but an a counter. So one should understand here is that if I'm representing the hashcash header, that is the stamp which is represented in the email header, which is nothing but a representation of certain information which will be represented in the header of your stamp. The next on the hashcash proof of work, the sender will have to try 2 raised to 20 hash values to find the valid header. Means generally on an average, the header has to find out the hash value which will be represent as a valid header. So he has to try 2 raised to 20 times, and to represent or to finding this valid header, this 2 raised to 20 is have a very few seconds which will be used to generate this valid header by the computer. So it will take few seconds in a general purpose computers, while if I am going to be generating the valid header by the sender. So there are 2 raised to 160 possible hash values. This is what the count which will be generated. Then 20 0 bits at the beginning. Then 2 raised to 14 possible hash value that satisfy this criteria. And from that hash header or hashcash header, first 20 bits will be represented as zeros, and remaining 2 raised to 14 possible hash values that will be satisfying the criteria to represent about your header. The next is changing of randomly selected a header with 20 0 bits at the prefix is 1 in 2 raised to 20. And generally if I'm going to be changing the selected header with the 20 0 bits, and it will be having a prefix is of 1, and which will be represented with the 2 raised to 20. The recipient requires around 2 microseconds to validate, and if a receiver want to validate the hashcash header, it will require around 2 microseconds to validate whether the header is valid or invalid. So this is all about hashcash in proof of work, and generally this hash cache is used in email while you are sending the email to someone else, and during the generating or during the sending the email, it will generate the hash cache uh, text encoding with certain header or the header stamp which will be attached to the email, and that email will be validated by the receiver whether that header is valid or invalid from the sender. Now next we'll discuss about attacks on proof of work. There, even though we are saying that is blockchain is provided with the security, no one able to hack or no one able to attack the blockchain technology or the blockchain network, but still there are having some kind of attacks which will be represent on proof of work. So let's see about what are the attacks. So 51% attacks refers to attack on blockchain. Generally what we are having a 51% attacks on the blockchain, most commonly which are represented on bitcoins, for which such an attack is still hypothetical, but generally we can say such attack we are having a hypothetical attack by a group of miners controlling more than 50% of networks, mining hash rate or computing power. And generally we can say that is all this are controlled by the miners, and more than 50% of network mining hash rate or computing powers. Generally it will be computing power will be considered of 50% of the network, and which will be represent as hypothetical while you are considering about the attacks in proof of work. Whereas on a blockchain, generally these attacks commonly happen on a Bitcoin networks, where miners which are taking parts in controlling all this 50% of more than 50% of networks with a hash rate or computing power. The attacker would be able to prevent new transaction from gaining confirmation, allowing them to halt payments between some or all users. And once uh, they will find the attack has on a network, so to prevent the new transaction from getting the confirmation, that means if somebody is doing the transaction and waiting for the confirmation of the transaction, they are allowing to hold the payments between some or all the users. To avoid this such kind of attack, so what they will do, they will halt all the payments between that users or between the all the users to prevent such kind of attacks, and they will not allow to pass the confirmation to the participants or to the users. They will halt such kind of payments between the users. They would also be able to reserve transaction that were completed while they were in a control of networks, meaning they will not double spend the coins. Generally what will happen is that if such kind of attack will be there, then they will able to reverse this transaction, and they will not be complete while they are control of the networks. That means they will reverse the transactions until they will not have the control of the particular networks. Until and unless they are on a control of that networks, they will reverse all that transaction, and they will not able to make double spending of the coin, means they will not able to find the duplicates of the transactions, so that they can reverse the transaction, and once they gain the control on the network, they can able to do the transaction within the network, so that they can avoid the double spending. That means duplication of the coins will be avoided as they are reversing the transaction, and once they gain the control on the networks, they can able to make the transaction within the networks. Blockchain are distributed ledgers that record every transaction made on cryptocurrency network. As we know that the blockchain is an distributed ledgers, so every transaction, every record of transaction will be made through cryptocurrency networks. Means it will be recorded all the history of the transactions, so that we can keep the record of all this transaction in the ledger. So whenever we find such kind of attack, so we can able to retrieve, or we can able to reverse such kind of transaction and make available this transaction process to the users in the networks. A 51% attack is an attack on a blockchain by group of miners who control more than 50% of the network's mining hash rate. Means what? Generally, what will happen is that the attack which will be considered here is that in survey we will find that this attack will called as also 51% attack also as on the proof of work. So the blockchain by the group of miners who control more than 50% of network mining hash rate, and this the 51% attack on the blockchain which will be considered, that is more than 51% of the network mining hash rate will be considered to prevent such kind of attacks. Attackers with majority control of the network can interrupt the record of new block by preventing other miners from completing the blocks. Generally, what will happen here is that when the network is attacked by the attacker, they will control the network, and that can be interrupted the record of new block by preventing other miners from the completing the blocks. Means what will happen here is that if the network is going to get interrupted, and if somebody want to make new record, that will be prevented by the miners, and they will not allow to complete the blocks, so that automatically they will be prevented from creating the duplication of the blocks, and uh, the users or the participant in the network, they will get safe, or they will not going to be hacked by the attacker. Their record or their information will be safe, and so that they will not going to be interrupted within the networks. And generally what will happen is that when attacker will attack the network, it will interrupt the network and try to create the new blocks, and which will be confused within the participant. So the miners which will be take control of that, and they will prevent such kind of interrupt within the network and preventing the creating of the new blocks. Changing historical blocks is difficult due to hard due to hard coding of past transaction into the Bitcoin. software. Means what the sentence is suggesting here is that if a attacker try to attack the network, which will be very difficult to change the history of the block, as it is having the very hard coding which will be represented for the transactions. Every transaction when will happen in the network, which will be having very hard coding which will be represent for the past transaction which will be done in the Bitcoin software. So there will not be easy for a attacker to change the blocks or interrupt, make the change in the change of the data into the blocks, as the previous transaction which will be represented in the Bitcoin software, which will be uh, supported with the hard coding, and which will not easily be changed by the attacker. So this is all about attack on the proof of work. And whenever this attack is going to be happen, the miners are take initiative the to prevent such kind of attack. Thank you.